Howdy guys. I think it'd be a cool idea to show you guys how I sort all my bulk. I've been doing it ever since OPO1 as you can see, and we've just been consistently doing it. But today I'll show you guys how I do the whole process, which isn't really too hard. And I mean, if you just like to sort your bulk too, then we can do it together, I guess. We're gonna sort out some EBO3. I never got around to doing that just because like my LGS ran out of like 930s, which is what I use, and we also have a little bit of OP15. I didn't crack any boxes. I have one sealed, and then I've just opened like packs I'm getting from like entry tournaments or prizing and stuff like that, and taking bulk from the homies and stuff. So yep, today it's just gonna be primarily EB3. Show you guys how I do the process, and then I'll show you guys how I cut up like the lid of the boxes and stuff like that and everything. It should be fun. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a sec, and I'll turn the camera around. See ya. So I originally had live audio for the recordings that you guys are seeing, and there will be some live audio, but for these next couple parts where it's like normal speed, pretty much, you guys will just be getting me in commentary form. The boxes that I use for my bulk are 930 storage count boxes. I would just check with your LGS or any local store or anything like that. Like that's where I get them from. So I think these are pretty popular, at least in my area. They tend to sell out pretty quickly, I think. The little adhesive like pocket thing that I use, I get those from work. They come from Uline, but you don't necessarily need it to do what I'm doing. Everyone can label their boxes their own way. This is just a neat way that I can do it, and I can kind of preview the set by cutting up the booster box a little bit, and just make it a little bit fancier. We'll just go into the bulk sorting pretty soon, but the first box of EBO3 that I open has actually already been sorted, just by color at least. I sort everything, black, blue, green, purple, red, yellow, obviously. And then how it's sorted through the boxes by alphabetical order: black, blue, green, purple, red, yellow. So the first box was already sorted, just nothing by cost. So you'll see me do that later. It'll be all fast forwarded. Don't even worry about it. The second box, you guys will actually be seeing me sort through at at a faster pace. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to provide, actual commentary over it because the live audio is pretty bad. So yeah. Now I'm going to show you guys the one of my favorite parts. This was one I was a little bit nervous about. So I use these labels. I get them from my work. They're from Uline. Maybe you have like an alternative. You can also just like do a cutout and then just like tape it onto the box or like, glue it or something like that. But it was convenient that my work had these. So I'll show you guys how I use these. First of all, you just need an empty box and some scissors. All right. This was one I didn't want to cut, mostly because like at some point I need to cut off stuff I don't want to cut, right? So it's a little bit rough here. Hopefully we can cut off as much as as little as we need to show all of them. So usually for what I use, it's pretty small. I don't know if you can kind of see it, but you can kind of see what may or may not need to be cut off here. I'm trying to get at least all their faces. Usually I try to get the main faces and then at least the name of the set. So One Piece Heroines is what I'm going to try to keep. So I'm good to just cut straight down here. Doesn't need to be entirely, accurate. And then I know that I just want One Piece Heroines, so I'm just going to cut across the One Piece thing. And then I'm going to cut along the other side here. So now we just have this little window, right? Now this is where we need to shave off enough for it to be able to slot perfectly in here. Now, there's a world where I could just do it like this, but it's hideous, right? Like this looks great. But no, we need to make sacrifices. And it sucks that they put Uta in the middle, because I don't want to cut off Robin. So that means we're going to have to cut Boa, I guess. So we are going to be cutting off a decent chunk from her. Ooh. One of my issues is like it not being like super... I kind of like it when it's... I think this will actually fit. Or maybe it won't. I kind of like when it's more... when the wording is pretty centered. Which it actually kind of is right now. Is it too tall, maybe? It might actually be too tall, so I'm going to cut off the heroines. Not heroines, the addition part. So I'm going to just cut along this bottom. Just so we have one-piece heroines. It's pretty centered. The only problem is we actually just need to cut just a little bit more for it to slot in. And honestly, we were able to keep a lot of their faces. I think I'm just going to cut a little bit on Robin's side, just because I think she has more space than Boa, like more free space. So we'll just cut a little bit. We don't need a lot. It sucks. This one has like the top here is like kind of torn off. Not that it really matters, but usually it's nice whenever I have like 2 or 3 boxes or something like that, and if I mess up and I want to make one like look really, really nice, I can. All right. I mean, that's kind of what we got. It's not bad. The only problem, it sticks out quite a bit off the backside. So unless I'm able to like perfectly kind of like put this on to where I think I can. So let me just take this off. Let me take this out too. Let me just try to put it as pretty low on the box as possible, maybe. Maybe right around here. And then we can just slot this in. This is one that I worked a lot harder on than some of the other ones, as you might see. Just because I wanted to preserve the front of it. But damn, does that look nice. That's honestly all the OP15 I've opened, and I don't really plan on opening more, aside from just attending locals and getting whatever bulk I can out of the packs I open there and bulk that people give me. I just thought it'd be cool to show you guys how I sort and organize my bulk. I've had people comment, friends in particular, and some friends that are vendors as well, have noted how like organized I sort my bulk, and I just thought it'd be cool to share, put the idea out there. You know, like I really like being organized. I don't really like seeing messy bulk, and it's really, really easy for me to find cards. I waste almost no time looking for cards. So yeah, I just thought I'd put that out there. I'll post more on the channel soon, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace.